It's a little bit breezy today. I'm doing some kind of wriggly walks to try and get myself warmed up. Saw a couple of old people with their hats blowing off on the way into work. So how is the weather relevant to today's video? It's not. I'm going to wash the car. After a little bit of umming and ahhing and another cup of tea, I think today's video should be all about Steve again. As with Nigel, Steve over there is an ongoing project. It is definitely time for this car to have a wash today and maybe see if I can remove a few more of its minor scratches or something like that, or fix something minor on it today. I haven't decided what yet. One thing I could do would be possibly do something about that. At some point Steve was either running to the back of, or the car is backed into a post. Although it is properly secure on the top and on the sides, it does look a bit wobbly just there. And these two retainers are not very good. Do happen to be the kind of thing that I keep hold of lots of though, because it makes sense to. It's going to be much easier to do if I can get underneath it. Excellent! This is now fixed. Oh well, I mean mostly fixed anyway. It's not wobbling at the bottom, it is a bit at the top. You can rely on Captain Mustard to partially fix most things. As you can see, Project Steve is quite dirty, and I don't like dirty cars. More than that, it has these marks on the paint that I'm sure I can get rid of. More importantly though, is this door handle. It was previously broken and someone's put super glue or something all the way around it, and eventually of course that stopped working. And then no, I actually got it open then. I've been doing the sensible thing of opening it from the inside, which of course is sensible, but it means you've got to have the child locks off, which isn't sensible. So I'm not sure which is the most stupid. And of course I have got a replacement anyway. It's just not the right colour. It's not the kind of thing that usually stops me that though. The question is, in the limited amount of time I have here today, what do I do? Make it look a bit nicer, or make it a bit safer by changing the door handle? Yeah, you probably wasn't expecting that. Just set that up for a joke that I didn't make. So the good news is that I have to take the door card off, and it's not a difficult card to take off. It is only 3 screws, one there, and one there. And then in theory this should just pop straight off. Perhaps you'd like to see the door without the card on. Perhaps you wouldn't, but that's what it looks like. More of this incredible synthetic snot. The stickiest, most horrible stuff you can imagine. I'm tempted to say you could probably just fix the door handle with that. But that really would be... That's the sound of the microwave. Yes, you've guessed it. I've fallen off the wagon. I'm back on the pasties. With the door card off, you can now see the back of the handle. It's got 2 10mm bolt tees holding the thing on. There's one of them, which can be accessed there, and the other one is just behind that. So the only way to get to it is either with some sort of bent ratchet spanner, or to take the latch out. Something else to consider here is that these are what the 10mm headed bolts go through and into, and that's just come off. That's just going to turn around, so we need some locking pliers. This here is to help with security, and to help with frustration they've pot riveted that part on. That's interesting. Metal fragments in synthetic snot. Looks like some sort of robot cake icing. So with this metal cactus out of the way, I believe I can get to the other 10mm bolt with a ratchet spanner, which means I don't have to take the latch out after all. Should have thought that beforehand. It has to be said, Aldi do make good pasties, even if they're not obliged to give you any heating instructions with a microwave. So we can see why this doesn't work, because these bits are missing, as they're not on there. Well, they're not missing, they're actually, you know, there. So if there was somewhere to put super glue, it would probably be in there rather than around the door. Most of that stuff's come off now. Most. I'm determined not to do an absolutely super job on it. So now I need to get this on by just winding this handle round and round like that. There might be a proper way to do it, but I don't know what it is. Slight backtrack. Decided it would be easier with the latch out after all. Latch out and a torch in the crevice so I can see what I'm doing. Job done. Well, almost. Well, I'm very pleased to say that I've completed the most awkward part of it, which is getting the door card back on over that lip there, whilst sticking that through the hole. This part wasn't too difficult, and in true Project Nigel fashion, I didn't show any of it. It's because I was busy doing it. Now that is what I call a job done and finished. Except I didn't put in the extra security bits there because I couldn't be bothered. They're not really necessary, are they? No one's going to try and break into this, and if they did, they're just going to smash a window anyway like they normally do. Yes, that was a big disappointment, wasn't it? Started off wanting to just clean the car and get rid of some scratches, and ended up not showing you how to fit a door handle. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you didn't, I'm sorry, depending on who you are. But I feel a bit sorry for Nigel at the moment, just sat here, not doing any work, gathering dust and looking generally muckier and muckier day by day. Look at the state of those wheels. The good followers of Project Nigel are used to seeing this car looking shiny and nice. Seeing this car like this now must be like a couple of weeks into a relationship that started on a dating site where the lady in question looked exceedingly glamorous, and now you've seen her without her makeup. I don't have this problem because I've got a wife. It was her birthday yesterday. Now that was exceedingly off the point, so I'm going to put this bit at the end of the video.